How many hydrogen atoms are in each of the following compounds? Well, if we look at this carbon, this has one bond showing to it, but we know carbon needs 4. So there must be 3 hydrogens off that carbon. Nitrogen wants 3 bonds, but only showing 2, so there has to be 1 more hydrogen hanging off of it. This carbon has 3 bonds showing to it, so there has to be a 4th going to a hydrogen. This one has only 1 bond going to it, so there has to be 3 hydrogens there. This carbon has 3 bonds, 1, 2, 3 going to it, so there has to be a 4th going to a hydrogen. This one only has 1, so the other 3 are going to hydrogens, and the same with this one. It must have 3 hydrogens as well. So if we add them up, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 12, we should have 15 hydrogens. In the next compound, we do the same thing. This carbon should have 3. This carbon has 2 bonds showing to it, so it needs 2 more hydrogens in order to have its 4 complete bonds. This one has 3 bonds showing to it, so there's 1 hydrogen there. As that carbon will also just have 1 additional hydrogen attached to it. This one would have 3. This one would have 3. Oxygen's happy with 2 bonds, so there's no extra hydrogens attached to that one. This carbon, though, does need 4. The bond here to the oxygen counts as 1, and the double bond to the oxygen counts as 2. So there'd be 1 more hydrogen here, and if we add them up, we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 13, 14 hydrogens in that compound. For the next one, this carbon would have 3 hydrogens. Sulfur, just like oxygen, only wants 2 bonds, so it has both bonds that it wants. This carbon has 3 bonds, so it needs 1 more hydrogen. This has 1, so it needs 3 hydrogens, and that one needs 3 hydrogens as well. So 3, 4, 7, 10 hydrogens altogether. And lastly, down here, every time we have an end of a line or a bend of a line where another atom isn't written, it's a carbon. So we have a carbon here at the end. But this carbon has 3 bonds showing to it, so there's only room for 1 more hydrogen. This carbon has the 3 bonds over here to the left and 1 to the right, so it has 0 hydrogens that it needs. It has all 4 bonds showing. This one has 3 bonds showing, so it needs 1 more hydrogen. Only 1 bond showing on this carbon, so we need 3. And on this one, for the same reason, we need 3. So we have 1, 2, 5, 8 hydrogens altogether.